Okay, gonna go ahead and get us started, guys, as is traditional for our July meeting, since we are right before Red, White, and Boom and 4th of July. We have our small meeting of the year. So we'll just run through our agenda quickly, see if there's anything we want to share, but otherwise, probably be a pretty quick meeting tonight. So I am actually just going to share the agenda on the screen while we meet. That way everybody can kind of see where we are. And yeah, we'll just kick things off. So okay. Number one, everybody who's here right now has been here before, so we can skip over the welcome. We will not have a treasurer's report this evening. Dan is unavailable to attend, so Dan will just share this past month's treasurer update when he does next month's as well. So we'll just take care of both of those next month. Otherwise, just an update about the garden tour. So the garden tour is, of course, coming up very quickly on Sunday, July 14th. I'm sorry, Sunday, July 13th. And that will be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have a total of 10 gardens featured this year. One of the gardens will also be kind of open only for a portion of the day. And during that open period, there will be a free demonstration about container planting. So Christian is actually going to be hosting that in his backyard, his patio. So really excited about that one. One of our other gardens and one of our volunteers who helped plan the garden tour is just going to offer a small scavenger hunt for kids in her backyard. So we're pretty excited to see how that goes. And if it is something that's well received, we'll try to incorporate that into the future tours as well. Trying out a couple new things this year. Last of all, which is a new item for us, we will have a raffle basket up for availability. So tickets for the raffle basket, which will be garden themed donations from around the neighborhood, that will go up here in the next couple of days. And then the raffle will actually be drawn at the end of the garden tour on the day of the tour. So the winner will be automatically notified and we'll have some cool items to share. Coffee and wine, which, are always important in a garden. And then we'll have some garden items as well. So stay tuned for that here in the next couple of days. Anybody have any questions about the garden tour? Okay. All right, moving right along. Festival. So the festival is well underway in the planning. We've confirmed all of our food trucks now. We've filled more than half of our vendor spaces, so that's going along well. Applications for live music have now closed, so we've got all of that information to review and get some musical acts selected for this year. And just, yeah, in general, all of the planning is well underway. Thanks to Mike for doing all of the permit work that is pending as well, and hopefully some road closure following closely behind. But in general, festival's going well. If you're interested in helping with that effort and you're not already doing so, which I think everyone almost at the info center is, we'll have our door hangers going out for distribution between August 1st and August 10th. So there's opportunities there, as well as, of course, over 70 shifts to fill on the day of the festival. And then we also have some additional poster distribution we could use help with since we have lots of posters printed at no cost from our friends at Nationwide Children. So very exciting to have all those and just get those all around the neighborhood. Anybody have anything on the festival they want to share or any questions? Okay. All right. Moving right along. Oh, no, go ahead. Okay, moving right along. So we have committee updates, nothing from beautification at this point. We did have a grant that the city is offering. We put out some information about that. Have not heard from anyone that they are interested in pursuing that grant at this time. But if that changes, we would love to support those efforts for some beautification in the neighborhood. Always looking forward to that. As far as scholarship goes, Lauren, any updates on that? I think you're in communication with the recipient, right?
Yes, we are currently trying to get the recipient her money. So
Awesome.
it's in the works.
Fantastic. Okay, let's see here. Our next social. We don't have David here with us tonight, although I'm pretty confident it is not this month. I think because we just had one and we do those kind of scattered. So we'll share next month when the next social outing is. Those happen the first Thursdays of the month. I think 4 times a year. So we'll have some information to share about that next month. And then, of course, nothing for zoning this evening. But next month, we are slating to have 2 different zoning presentations to be voted on next month. So stay tuned for information on those. And of course, if you'd like to be participating in voting, please just be at the info center or on the virtual meeting when we meet next month. Let's see here. Southside Area Commission updates. Tom, I see you there. Do you have anything you want to share?
I'm gonna do it right in front of me. How's this? It's
Perfect.
working?
Yep.
Okay. I guess only things really zone in part two is coming. So that is going to be industrial and shared, or not shared use, but multi-use buildings. So it's not going to be the infill yet, but that's coming following here. So they're starting the process now. There's going to be like, I don't know, 8 or 10 public meetings between now and end of year for feedback. You can submit a survey online. They're just going to take all of that into the zoning code rewrite that will happen next year, and then they're going to pass it likely about this time next year. So then after that, we're going to go to residential, which is all of us and all the infill, and that's going to get interesting. So this one I don't think is going to be that controversial. The residential one I think is going to get more discussion. How's that?
You see, it's more like mostly two-family dwellings, right?
Mhm.
Is that gonna likely change, you think?
Not with this one, not with the mixed use. Um, but when we get to the residential, they're probably going to go to duplex and triplex by right kind of things. Or at least that's the proposal, but that won't be until 27. So plenty of time there. If you haven't gotten it yet, you probably are getting a water meter notice. So just be aware that's a real thing, and it's also a required thing by like city code. And they have to come in and replace everybody's meters. Um, you can just sign up for a date. It's not that big a deal. But I would warn everybody, take a picture of your meter reading before they take the old one out of service of like what it's at. And then the first month when they do it, they've had some issues where the first reading was like way wrong. Like he was telling me that like people were getting like $800 or $1,000 bills for like a single month because the reading was incorrect and you have to go fight it and everything. So just take a picture with the date and whatnot before they change you out. So that's my PSAs, I guess, for right now.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. We just scheduled ours today, actually. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Those are the area commission updates. Thanks for those. I'm going to run through current events that are coming up. So we, of course, have Fitness in the Park every Saturday at 9 a.m. in Mueller Park. We do have one more Saturday off this year. Oh gosh, Tom, I don't remember the date offhand. I know it's in August. And so we will have one more
End
Saturday
of
where
August.
yeah, end of August class will not, and we'll of course post a notice about that. And then otherwise for most of the classes, except for the month of August, because we'll have the info center kind of using that um, for a festival prep. We do try to do indoor at the info center if we are rained out. So that is an option as well. Just keep an eye on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll kind of let you guys know if there's changes that morning. Of course, the garden tour
Um,
on.
Hey
Go ahead.
Jess, real
Yeah.
quick, thanks for putting the Facebook event up. I did load all of
Yeah.
the upcoming what's going on for the fitness in the park so that everyone knows like which
Awesome.
classes it is instead of mystery welcome to hit that you didn't know about. So uh, so yeah, that is up there now and people can share it out if you want. But thanks for getting the event up there.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. This is actually the third event we've had this year that we've posted to Facebook that's been deleted. We're having a problem with scheduled posts as well. You used to be able to schedule posts for 6 months out. Now you can only do 28 days, and about 25% of the posts that you schedule mysteriously fail. So I've had a lot of support chats with Meta lately, which don't really lead anywhere, but thank you for noticing that that was no longer up because I know that's definitely a really helpful reminder for folks. All right. Getting in. So garden tour, like I said, Sunday, July 13th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Total of 10 gardens. And we'll of course have the brochures. You'll be able to pick up brochures at any of the stops. And Jennings will also have some available for us at their counter. So if you want to stop and grab a cup of coffee first before going on the tour, you can stop by Jennings, grab your brochure, and then we'll of course have a digital version of the brochure available if that is your preference. Next Southside Area Commission meeting is Tuesday, July 15th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. Those are held at Parsons Library. So if you'd like to hear more of those updates that Tom shared, but live and as they're happening, you can join that meeting, which is open to the public. And then, of course, our next monthly meeting is Wednesday, August 6th at 7 p.m., either at the Info Center or virtually, whichever is easier for you. And like I mentioned, we will have at least 2 zoning items that day. We're also planning to have a presentation, I believe, from the Alzheimer's Association of Central Ohio, just sharing some information about Alzheimer's and programs that are available. So we will have quite a full agenda in August. And then, of course, the 11th annual festival, Sunday, August 24th. That's from noon to 6 p.m. in Mueller Park. Lots of wonderful things scheduled. Cannot wait for you guys to experience that with us. We're very excited and looking forward to another great year. Fantastic lineup with vendors, food trucks, and all sorts of wonderful things. Looking forward to seeing this year's music selections, among other things. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the agenda. I know we're obviously a small group. Brittany has joined us virtually, so we've got one other person, but just in general, I'll open the floor, questions, comments, anything to share before we adjourn very early in the evening.
I have just a quick one. Laura and I went to a new bar that is attached to Smash Buddies over in the brewery district. It's pretty nice, but I guess a lot of the construction workers that are working on the Front Street Bridge go there all the time. And supposedly they're pretty close to being done with that. Unfortunately, they're going to move right over to the High Street Bridge right afterwards. So, more chaos to come, but just
Never
thought I'd update on
stops.
that.
Yeah, one year.
Oh, yeah, Front and Whittier. That's great. For Audubon. Great. That's it.
Columbus, Ohio, the city of construction. Anyone else have anything they want to share? Okay, well then that is a short meeting for the books, guys, but like I said, not a surprise for our July meeting. So thank you all so much for joining us, for being here either over the web or in person. We'll be right back here next month. And otherwise, please do not miss the garden tour. We're very excited about this year and hope everybody really enjoys the container planning demonstration. That's actually going to be from noon to about 1. That'll of course be in all of our publications and everything. But looking forward to kind of adding that new little feature and hope that everyone does enjoy it. So without further ado, everybody have a wonderful evening and see y'all soon.
Thanks,
Bye, guys.
Jess.